Clearly, it is not made for people our age. Everything is ridiculously expensive, every place we went to felt like they were trying their hardest to suck as much money from you as they could, and it just generally gave me a shitty, gross vibe. Yuck people everywhere, sleazy salesmen and strip club promoters, and people just coming up to you in the middle of the path offering you drugs.
Also, a $30 pizza, that is criminal. Why do I have a piece of hair just sticking out in the back of my... I actually have pretty long hair. I just always slick it back so it doesn't get in the way. How's it going, folks? Jack here with another video. So after the City Skyline 2 video by Martincitopants, many have requested that I check out his video on, I guess, going to the US. Australian taking over America. And I guess we're gonna do a Dane reacts to Australian taking over the US. Yeah, it's gonna be a nationwide critique. I've personally never... no, that's not true. Been to the US, New York doesn't count. It was for a single day, so not really what I would consider to be the American experience being in the Big Apple. Going somewhere to like Florida or somewhere down south. Now we're talking. But I'm very excited for this one. Let's get into it.
Alright.
Oh, uh-oh.
Wait, no. Hello again. Welcome to America.
Obligatory minigun intro. The one weapon that all of those who tend to visit the US, or at least either content creators or just gun nuts, need to experience, right? They do that a lot.
A few weeks ago, 4 of my friends and I took a trip to this strange land. 5 days in Los Angeles, 4 days in San Diego at TwitchCon, and 3 days in fabulous Las Vegas. This video documents our experiences, the antics, the pure shenanigans, and our trials and tribulations across our 12-day trip.
Is it just me, or is LA just the best? Actually, yeah, I didn't mention Florida, but yeah, it is the best point there. You get to experience all of the bad aspects first. I know, for the people who are living there, I'm not apologizing for this, it's true.
From Machete Man to Scientologists, terrible phone pits, bodily fluids, Mexican nightclubs, and fully automatic machine guns, it was truly a trip to behold.
Hey, MG3.
So, let us begin.
Perks of watching The Infant Electrician. I am now a weapon expert. No, I'm not.
First off, why America? Simple answer, I want to go to TwitchCon. But TwitchCon would only be for 4 days, and getting an expensive flight all the way to America for a short convention, well, that's just wasteful. Joining me on this expedition were 4 friends. Ben, Tristan, Sydney, and Kai. They would be accompanying me as my entourage, violently flinging away anyone who came near us at TwitchCon. The stage was set, the bookings were made, and all we had to do was get to America. This time, I made the wise decision of not swimming there, so I had to get some flights. 5 hours to Fiji, a 3-hour layover where I drank real Fiji water, and another 9 hours to Los Angeles. All things considered, it really wasn't that bad, especially because I had brought with me a secret weapon.
Benzos.
My brand new YouTube. That's right, fuckos. You've wanted, you've waited, and now the...
I really thought he was going there because, you know, you don't take one of those trips without having sleeping pills. Like, I've tried a stretch once when I traveled to my birth country of Cameroon, right? It's like a 10-hour flight. And trying to stay awake the entire time. It's like, nah, son. It's tiring. There's only so many movies that I can watch to pass the time. So in those occasions, benzos or sleeping pills are your best options. And this is coming from a narcoleptic, so I know what I'm talking about.
The chance is here. The Marsh YouTubes. He's sick and tired of living in your walls, and now he has a gun. He's living under your skin. Take it off. Take off your skin. What will he do next? Why is he behind me? What is he doing with the gun? Why is he watching over me ominously as I sleep? No, I can't take it. I've had enough. Take this, you froggy fuck. Purchase it now with the link in the description or pinned comment. Do it now. Gentlemen, do not under any circumstances allow this product to enter your walls. I did once. Big mistake. Put them up on a shelf, put them up on your desk, put them up your... No, don't do that.
Oh no.
He's watching. If confiscated...
One man, one frog.
All knowledge of... What the fuck? I promise, there are no listening devices inside this frog. What are you waiting for, fuckos? Click that link right there and buy it now. It is only available for a limited time.
Nice.
All things considered, it really wasn't that bad, especially because I had brought with me a secret weapon. Benzodiazepines.
Hey.
Oh look, it's LA. I picked up our amazing, incredible, powerful rental car, the Chevrolet Equinox, and drove back to LAX to get Sydney.
I've seen Peter Griffin twice.
Sid and I wouldn't be joined by the others for a few more hours, which gave us some time to check into the hotel, set up the camera equipment, and go for a couple of walks around Santa Monica. To set up the camera equipment, all I had to do was plug in both microphones, yet somehow, I fucked it up.
GTA
The
5
mic
level.
sounded like this. And the shotgun mic, like this.
Usually that is a Wi-Fi issue. If you happen to disable the Wi-Fi, it picks up on the feedback from your mic. Done that a few times. I think that's the issue that he faced there.
Crunchy. Once the camera was set up, we left it behind in the hotel and went for a walk. Our thinking was, we don't need to bring the camera, how much shit can you possibly see on a 1 hour walk? Well, it turns out, you can see a lot of shit.
Buddy, look, Rockstar weren't kidding where they were designing all of these things. It wasn't an over-exaggeration. The characters that you meet there, at least from anecdotal here, are very much the same.
The hotel I had chosen was right across from the Santa Monica Pier. You know, like GTA. So
Yeah.
of course, that was our first destination.
How he playing GTA 6.
The people around us were also, for lack of a better term, rather GTA-like. One guy might walk past talking about last quarter's financial reports and how the business needs X and Y for continued year-over-year growth, while another is standing completely still, PCP'd out of his mind, deeply engrossed in the hallucinated worms wriggling around in the pavement. This contrast took a bit of getting used to. Houses all around us worth millions and millions of dollars, and sleeping in the sand right across
Homeless
from them,
people.
dozens of homeless people. We made our way to the end of the pier, saw the pretty spectacular sunset, and began walking back when things got stranger. On the bridge that links the pier to Colorado Avenue and Route 66, we saw some guy grab onto the guardrail with both of his hands and make a kind of jumping motion, like he was psyching himself out to jump off the bridge. Further down the road, I turned to look down an alley as we passed, and I saw this freaky-looking homeless woman staring back at me, sitting on a mattress in a parking lot. And finally, the crown jewel of our first walk in the United States. A homeless man ran up right in front of us, turned slightly into a corner, dropped down his pants, and shat all over the wall.
Oh, Jesus. I should have gone with holy shit instead, but yeah. Oh.
There it is.
Come on now, man.
Sydney and I
Come on,
didn't say a word.
He went full Terrence Howard with this one. Man.
We simply stared at each other in stunned silence.
How you feeling about seeing a homeless woman shitting, Mr. Sydney?
It was a fucking experience and a half, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree.
Back at the hotel, we were like, huh, that was fucking weird. Let's do it again. Walk number 2. This walk was longer, and would you believe it, even weirder than walk number 1. The very first thing I saw was pretty clearly 2 people just straight up having sex down the street. You know, just...
But of course.
Next, we made our way onto the beach and walked along the famous concrete walkway between the sand and the street. This path seemed to attract a particular pungent odor. The one you get from smoking a little bit of that Zaza, if you know what I mean. Weed. Another thing you couldn't go 30 steps without seeing were homeless people. Lots. And lots of homeless people.
Yeah.
Since it was nighttime, they'd all gone to bed. But, you know, they're homeless. So going to bed really just means curling up on the beach and going to sleep. We walked a bit further and came across Mr. Skeleton Man, just a whole pack of dog food that had been spilled over the ground, and finally, this guy. Now, he wasn't on the path, but a few meters off of it in the sand. This was definitely a good thing, because he was waving what looked like a stick around his head. However...
No, that's a machete. That's the thing that you do in the sand. I don't know if they do it to sharpen it. Usually they actually do it on asphalt. Yeah, I've seen that actually in Southern Europe, more specifically in Spain. I don't know why the guy was doing that, but that's the thing. Actually, it wasn't far away from the freaking beach, Barcelona. We're talking about here. Are they the same people? Is there a club that you sign up to start doing things like this? I am intrigued.
As we got closer, I noticed something strange. You see, this is not a stick. It's a machete.
Yeah,
You know when there's a guy in your GTA lobby spawning in random NPCs with weapons to go attack people?
it is a lobby.
That was this guy right here. Us, having seen all this crazy shit in the span of 2 hours, didn't think to call the police since, I don't know, what if it's just normal? What if Machete Guy is just there, you know? What if he's part of the beach. After our encounter with Machete Man, we were like, maybe it's not such a good idea to walk around at night here. So what do we do first thing when the rest of the boys arrived? Another walk. I am, however, getting ahead of myself, because first we had to go pick them up from the airport. First Ben, then Kai.
The glorious mullets.
Good to see you, Kai.
How we doing? How we doing? The boys!
In the car, we told them about all the fucked shit we had seen in literally just 2 hours of walking.
I see a homeless guy like sprint into a corner ahead of us. I turn left to like look at what he's doing because I thought maybe he was doing drugs or getting ready to fucking kill us. And he's just got his ass, he's pulled his pants down and he's fucking projectile shitting onto the wall. It was a white wall. It was a white wall, and this bloke was fucking turning it chocolate coloured.
We were quite hungry at this point, so we went ahead and got some good old-fashioned McDonald's, beginning the ultimate American fast food / chain restaurant tier list. Now, to be frank, American McDonald's gets shat on by Australian McDonald's.
Well, basically, American McDonald's gets shat on by any other foreign McDonald's. Like, seriously, have you seen McDonald's in Japan? Here in Denmark, even. Like, I do not consume fast food. Not even just for fitness reasons or me saying that I just want to stay healthy. No, I actually take a lot of pride in making my own stuff. The thing, however, is that my girl introduced me to some of the menus which actually have healthy options. Yeah. Despite all the fear-mongering, they do serve some good stuff. Having that compared to anything that I've seen in the US is like, fuck no!
It might just be LA McDonald's, but the food was dry, the sauces were not that good, and it was just... So we collectively decided on it being D tier.
Yeah, if your sauce look like ejaculates, then you should perhaps not have it.
Back at the hotel, we went for our third walk. We checked out Santa Monica Pier again, had a good look at the wall shit, saw many more homeless, and met another character of Santa Monica.
Yay.
This guy. Let's just call him, Rectum Plunderer. He was clearly on something and insisted he'd been fucked.
No. Sonny really fucking time, dude.
Detecting our strange accents, he asked where we were from.
It's probably the...
Fuck, are you British motherfuckers?
Yeah.
He was pretty sure someone had drugged him, and as far as we could tell, he was either really drunk, which I kinda doubt, or he had in fact been drugged. We walked around with him for about 20 more minutes, allowing him some time to sober up, and allowing us time to just talk complete and utter shit.
See, Earl is your fucking uncle? You're fucking lying, brother.
You know how he passed away?
Yes.
It was a stingray.
That's what the media told you. That's what
Oh god, conspiracy.
I think that's over there. We kind of got some other thing going on. Have you ever heard of the Green Party?
During our walk, we saw several more interesting characters of Santa Monica. Push-up guy, yelling guy in the middle of the street, walking around weird guy, standing perfectly still guy, and of course, our guy, who kept swinging between saying funny shit
Oh god.
and really concerning shit.
I know who did it. I'm gonna kill him tomorrow.
Oh
I got a
no.
Glock in my Rara. Yeah, I really do have a Glock. I'm gonna.
Okay, well that escalated quickly, but the Green Party thing was really funny. Who was it that mentioned it? Was it True Joe? No, not True Geordie. It's a completely different person. Friendly Geordie, the Australian YouTuber / journalist that always gets in trouble with either the state or whatever shady people that he tends to uncover and reveal to the rest of the world. The one who got his house firebombed on multiple occasions. While one of them was an attempt, the last one was successful and he did a massive takedown on it. I will leave a link in the description below. It's very interesting. But yeah, he has made some jokes on the Green Party before, which is basically like a near non-existent party in Australia, but that still gets votes once in a while. So yeah, I guess they are the equivalent of the Illuminati. But guys like these one, that I like to call smooth operators, you can find them everywhere. Like I mentioned Barcelona before, there's this place called Rambla, which is basically just this massive long stretch of a street that I don't know if it's like a kilometer long or something like that, but it's very long throughout the middle of the city where you encounter everybody that's selling stuff and a lot of performance artists. And usually that's where you will find your smooth operator, the type of person that will accompany you at night and be like very nice to you, but they are super shady.
I'm gonna come tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot him up tomorrow.
Don't do that.
No.
Once our walk was up, we parted ways. Of course, not before getting him to yell "Hoodoo's" at the top of his lungs.
Fucking you American.
And that was the end of the night. Sleepy time. Day 2. Still in LA. At this point, it really hadn't hit us that we were in another country, so for breakfast we decided to go to a classic American diner. It was a mere 15-minute walk away. How bad could that be?
That was the thing that you mentioned, huh? God damn.
To be totally honest, today was pretty boring. No wall shitters, no machete man, and no rectum plunderer. We got some SIM cards, went to a thrift store, found some funny shirts, and got some Chick-fil-A for lunch.
It's Spoderman.
To be honest, Chick-fil-A was mid. It was plain, it was dry, but it was better than McDonald's, thus landing it in C tier. Later in the day, we made a visit to Gold's Gym Venice, the gym where this guy trained for Mr. Olympia.
Place.
After paying the very fucking steep $50 entry fee, we went inside and got a little workout in. This place was absolutely huge and full of big people. I've never seen a professional bodybuilder in my life, but I'm pretty sure we saw at least 4 or 5 in this one single gym.
Fucking easy.
Near the entrance were these golden dumbbells, each of them weighing in at over 150 kilos or 350 pounds. Naturally, we wanted to get a photo with them, and asked the biggest guy we could find to take it with the fruity pink Polaroid.
That's Big Will!
The guy that took the photo happened to be IFBB pro Will Harris, better known as Big Will. He was super nice and told us he had a photo of himself on the wall. And what do you know? There he is, on the wall.
He always dresses
Naturally,
like that.
we got a photo with him as well. Then we had dinner, and that was the end of the day. Sleepy time. Day 3. Time to go to San Diego. This drive would only be 2.5 hours. However, we're in America. The roads here are dangerous, they're difficult to navigate, and everyone on them is going 15 to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. Luckily on our side, we had a secret weapon. Chipotle. Chipotle was the first bit of fast food we ate.
It's actually
that didn't make us feel putrid.
Yeah. The taco bowls. Yeah. Good. Good. I give him that. I've tried Chipotle sometime. It actually tastes good. Not gonna lie there.
A big old burrito with good meat, a good wrap, good cheese, good sauce, good beans, and lettuce. We'll come back to the lettuce later. Chipotle was good enough, in fact, to land it in S tier. And with that,
I agree.
San Diego. Our hotel was very nice. A big building right in the heart of the city, only a short walk away from the convention center. Unlucky for us, it had no pool. Now that's not really a big deal, but when we asked the concierge if there was a pool, instead of just saying no, she said, well, we don't have one because it's actually a 112-year-old classic luxury establishment.
Yeah, well, that tells us nothing, lady. Okay.
Okay. Up in our room, the nightmare began. The shit rotation. 1 toilet, 5 dudes. Sydney was last, and remember that lettuce from Chipotle? Well, the lettuce in America proved too much for the Lebanese gastric system and passed straight through, completely unscathed. After shitting our guts out, it was time to go to the convention center and collect our lanyards. Nothing particularly noteworthy happened, but we noticed a not-so-subtle shift in the people around us. The crackheads and homeless had been replaced with nerds and e-girls. On our way back to the hotel, we bought ourselves a good amount of alcohol and began the hype up for tonight's activities. I had the Twitch partner party, and the boys had a Wu-Tang concert. The partner party was really cool. Free drinks, a whole bunch of streamers and YouTubers that I actually recognized, and my first real taste of this whole content creator industry thing. I downed a few beers, which gave me the confidence to do incredible things like
Talking to people.
and ask them for a photo and maybe even have a conversation. It felt pretty bizarre to be around these people. Every now and then I'd go, wait a minute, I recognize that face, and bam, it's Philza. What was even more bizarre is some of them actually knew who I was. Now, most of the people that recognized me didn't recognize my face, but the name on my lanyard, which told me one thing.
The frog is awesome.
The frog has a lot of clout, but I don't, which means I need more. Meanwhile, the boys were off at the concert having the absolute time of their lives. There was Wu-Tang, Nas, Busta Rhymes. We met back up at the lobby of some hotel where we saw a real-life furry, which was a first for all of us, and then continued the night at one of San Diego's numerous nightclubs. It was good. At 2 a.m., the club closed and ejected everyone onto the street. Us, being incredibly fucked at this point, was still having the time of our lives.
We're talking grouse content.
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead.
It's fucking grouse.
Wakey, wakey, grouse content.
My balls was hot. My balls was hot.
We met this guy called Jesus.
You 5 are a good duo.
We screamed Many Men by 50 Cent as loud as we could.
Wow, yeah. That's a true Jesus moment. The Lord may have given me a lot of gifts, but mathematics isn't one of them.
Praise be to God! Praise be to God! USA! USA!
And made it all the way back to our hotel. Back in our room, we kept the energy up by getting a noise complaint. Alright, calm down. It's sleepy time. Actually, no, it's not sleepy time. Sydney was still off his face and kept everyone up by laughing non-stop at this. Day 4. We woke up. A terrible mistake. The boys were dusty, the tap water was crunchy, and we were beginning to feel a little putrid. Not a great start to the day, sure, but it was worth it because last night was very good, or as we say in Australia, grouse. Today was the first official day of TwitchCon. Our plan was to get a bit inebriated beforehand, but we were so putrid we could not bear the thought of drinking any more alcohol. TwitchCon probably would have been better if we weren't feeling so shit every single day, but hey, each night was great, so I'm not going to complain. Generally, the convention floor was not the most exciting. Sydney and Ben had a go at each other with the inflatable bat thingies in this foam pit. We had a quick look at Twitch rivals, which was not interesting. We took some photos in front of the anime.
Which, by the way, nice way to stop there. Which, by the way, reminds me of that poor Twitch streamer / porn star who broke her back. I think it was that, yeah, right? This is 2022. Awful. Awful.
Anime Lamborghini and in front of the Raid Shadow Legends booth and visited the board game room.
The air is putrid.
I, being a Twitch partner, was lucky enough to go to the partner lounge where I hung out and met some more cool people.
Hey.
Yeah.
The boys, however, were not Twitch partners, so while I spent the day there, they roamed the convention floor, taking photos with people and just generally meandering. 5 PM rolled around, and day 1 of the convention ended, which meant party time. Tonight we'd managed to get tickets to this rooftop bar party. Well, 4 of us had gotten tickets. Tristan, of course, forgot to get his, but through some finagling and me seeming
Nice drip. God damn. Well, that will get you anywhere.
very important by calling my agent and being like, yo, I think someone made a mistake. We managed to get Tristan in. That felt cool. We got a powerful photo of Ben simply posted up and beeline directly to the bar to claim our 2 free drinks. At the party were a bunch of fellow Twitch and YouTube people and also some game developers. It was cool. Anyway, once that was done, it was nightclub time yet again.
There he is.
First up was an Irish pub where we each got a pint of Guinness, and Kai managed to get himself kidnapped by 2 Salvadorian women. While he was off getting driven around, we made our way into the first Mexican nightclub of the trip, which was a great idea because Mexican nightclubs go hard. Anyway, we all got back home safe, including Kai, and it was sleepy time. Day 5. We woke up. Another terrible mistake. Today we were even dustier, crunchier, and more putrid than yesterday.
Big fucking shit.
We had another nightmare shit rotation, this time at a restaurant.
Oh look, Tristan's gone. I wonder where he went.
At the convention, I spent
The
more time
salad.
making friends in the partner lounge, while the boys did their meandering. Tristan wrote an extremely important message on the positivity wall. Wood-fired pizza. What will pizza do now? And then we met back up at the cosplay contest, which was alright. There were some impressive costumes, like this one, and
Yo, the wild folks always do go hard. It's like tradition. They have to. That's basically the only thing that's the only thing they have left.
Black Panther, if he was thick.
Right.
Anyway, the convention ended, and once again, it was party time. First up, of course, our mandatory hype session in the hotel room. Lots of alcohol, loud music from the TV, and some very powerful photography.
As I feel the heroin coursing through my veins, I think to myself, man, I wish I focused on my ATAR.
Tonight we had the TwitchCon party, which was not a party, but a full-on concert. The lead act being Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, yep. On the way to the party, we stopped at 7-Eleven to get ourselves some pizza, and were greeted by our boy Bruce. We had gone to the 7-Eleven the past 2 days, and had met the legendary cashiers, Bruce and Keenan. They were the suppliers of pizzas and good vibes throughout the TwitchCon experience, and tonight would be no exception, with them bestowing upon us their tastiest pizza. Further down the road, all the boys needed to piss, and the cigar place let us use their toilet. Their single toilet. Once again,
Fixie culture in the US. I know it's pretty freaking annoying, but I have a deep, deep desire to join it because we don't really have anything like that here.
we had another nightmare piss rotation on our hands. And then, of course, we got to the concert. It was good. Meg the Horse got some people on stage, one of which being Master Chief, which the crowd liked very much.
Master Chief.
Tristan wasn't able to get into the concert despite our best efforts to sneak him in, so instead he went back to the cigar place and smoked a cigar with Muhammad, taking these insanely hard images in the process. After the concert, we met back up with Tristan and hit up yet another Mexican place. It was good. And then of course, back at the hotel, it was sleepy time. To help us get some good sleep, Tristan had bought a bottle of gummy melatonins, which had the ability to turn all 5 of us into bricks for the duration of the night. So we had some of those once it was time for bed. Of course, Sydney and I weren't particularly tired, so we performed an absolutely diabolical crunch on Tristan.
Please stop.
Day 6. Another nightmare shit rotation, another visit to the convention center. Not much happened today, but I did meet Michael Reeves. So that was
Hey,
cool. We got
he's the goldfish guy.
a good Polaroid in front of the TwitchCon sign, visited the suspiciously unpopular child predator booth.
It's crazy that you remember a good programmer by one thing only, the goldfish.
I got recognized by a couple of people, which was nice, got some photos with more streamers, and that was pretty much it. The boys and I met at the closing ceremony, where they actually managed to get on the big screen during the event compilation thingy. And then, much to
Nice.
Tristan's joy, this guy busted out a freestyle.
Calm down, you big sex, big styles, I'm the mind now. Thank my father, I had to move up, taking out blessings.
And there we go. TwitchCon was over. All in all, I had a really great time, despite feeling putrid for most of the event. TwitchCon really put this whole career into perspective and made me really appreciate all the time I've spent sitting at my desk making silly frog videos. Despite all the bad press the event ended up getting, some of it
Oh, yeah.
definitely valid, I would still recommend it if you're at all interested in content creation or just want to meet other people like you. Anyway, back to tonight, it was club time. We met up with some people I had met at TwitchCon and took on not a Mexican club, but an African American club.
It good.
Was good. On the way home, we hit up 7-Eleven one last time, got a powerful photo with Bruce and Keenan, and purchased their tastiest pizza. And for one last time at this hotel, it was not sleepy time, but time for bed. Day 7. We woke up. Gentlemen, it was Vegas time. We loaded our stuff into the Schnequinox and hit the road. We even got to use the carpool lane, since, you know, we had a pool in the car.
Look at these, look how happy they are to be in a special little lane.
Our first stop was another fast food place, In-N-Out Burger. The food was decent, but it did have a few issues.
These chips suck ass.
In and Out is false advertisement. We were fucking anything but In and Out. We waited so long. Well,
Yes. Alright, the only thing in and out was the lettuce in Sydney's ass.
Oh, God
Now,
damn it.
I liked the burger quite a lot, but the boys found it pretty mid, so the final decision was C tier.
Okay.
And with that, back to the road.
Are we there yet?
No.
No, Tristan. We're not there yet.
We reached Vegas as the sun went down and took our very important sign photo.
It's a great transition from LA to to Vegas. Like, you experience the worst, and then you go to the place where everybody gets scammed. While these people are trying to, if you are in the middle class, trying to enjoy yourself for a little bit, searching for a bit of that escapism, only to just return home broke.
Out to the right, Travis Scott.
Our hotel for this day was the Flamingo Las Vegas.
Oh shit, I was about to say Full Send, but yeah, that would be the wrong one.
A 3-star hotel right in the center of the strip. This hotel was absolutely gigantic, easily the biggest I've ever been in, which meant the concierge desk was less of a concierge desk and more of an airport check-in counter. About a dozen or so concierges checking people in constantly. The guy behind the desk would only talk very quietly, with his eyes closed, and kept trying to show me what he was doing on the computer. Trouble was, the system that the Flamingo runs on is clearly over 2,000 years old and was completely and utterly incomprehensible. At the hotel, we also noticed another demographic shift. The nerds, e-girls, and homeless of California had once again been replaced with the American middle class. Caesar's Palace was across the road, so we also checked that one out. It was, interesting. Anyway, it was very late, and tomorrow we had a big day ahead of us. So once again,
What is that run?
time for bed.
Oh.
We woke up feeling fine. Today was going to be very good.
Oh, that's
But
Battlefield
first,
LA.
Breakfast. Taco Bell. Taco Bell
Oh,
was...
sorry, Battlefield LA. I referenced the movie instead of the place. Yeah, Battlefield Vegas. God damn it. I don't know why. There must have been something that reminded me of that movie recently.
It was actually really good. We got ourselves some delicious hard-shell tacos and had a tasty breakfast. S tier, no question. Although we did have some mug root beer, which I assume will be pretty good since there are so many memes about it, but...
Nah. No. I don't understand root beer. I'm not even a drinker. When I occasionally will indulge in those yeast-processed beverages, never touch that. Well, for the most part, I tend to steer away from American beer, but there are some that are pretty good. And for the risk of sounding like an old man or somebody who's just way beyond his own years, like something like Pale Ale, Exploration Stout, I think it's called, and also Maduro. Yeah. I know, I'm sounding like an old-timer right now. Those are pretty good.
Oh my god, it was one of the worst non-alcoholic drinks I've ever had in my life. It was like drinking toothpaste, if toothpaste was bad for your teeth.
It's like toothpaste.
I know.
The tacos were eaten. So, we hopped back in the car and headed over to Battlefield Vegas. A place with guns. Lots. And lots of guns.
I like how we're matching it with the song. The only thing that you need to fear is recoil.
Round 1 was over. We had shot a lot of guns, but Tristan and I wanted to shoot more. So we went ahead and bought ourselves even more guns. Kai had also remembered to bring this, the frog plush, and we had hatched a devious plan. Oh no.
Jesus.
Stop resisting! Wait. Still resisting!
And finally, the minigun.
3, 2, 1, minigun!
Ooh! Once it was all said and done, we had fired hundreds of rounds, killed a frog, and had a great time. Our instructor Harrison was super cool, so if you ever go to Battlefield Vegas yourself, ask for him.
Pretty sweet.
We got some hard photos, including this one, which was probably the hardest image of the entire trip, and continued our day. Lunch. This time, Burger King. Honestly, I don't have much to say about Burger King. The burger was a bit worse than In-N-Out, but the chips were way better, and
You got crowns.
they gave us crowns. So that means B tier. Back at the hotel, Ben crafted the sleaziest fit I have ever seen in my life. Which we affectionately named the Gerald Sprinter.
Jerry Sprinter.
Gerald Sprinter.
Right, ready?
1, 2, 3, go. On the agenda tonight was, can you believe it, another nightclub. The venue for tonight was Omnia, with Martin Garrix as a DJ. Oh, yep.
Wow.
Our first impressions of the venue were, holy shit, and wow. 2 floors, capacity for 2,500 people, this big ring light thing, massive smoke blasters, the best lighting setup I've ever seen,
And yeah.
ceiling women. Which is why it's such a shame that it was ruined by the fucking dickhead security guards.
I used to work as an extra. Well, I still kind of do, but I don't do it actively. But there was in one of the series that we had to film. It was in Penthouse Copenhagen, which is another nightclub here, where I had a conversation with one of the workers there. She was a pole dancer. Look, pole dancers who do know what they're doing are pretty freaking athletic. It's insane. But we started talking fitness, obviously. But then she mentioned that she had worked over there. I was like, oh, how big is it? She said, big. And let's not go into how the conversation turned out to be. But it was a fun one.
I went to take a piss and drink some tap water because God knows I was not paying $13 for a bottle of water, and they would not let me back on the floor. I get it, I get it, the dance floor only has capacity for blah 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 blah, but another security guard came by and told me that he could get us back in for $20 per person.
No.
Just, no, fuck off. We could not get back in, so we ended up leaving early. On the way back home, a guy approached Tristan and said, "Hey man, you look like Michael Jackson." Cocaine? We did not take him up on his offer. Anyway, we went home, and it was time for bed. Day 9. Not much happened today. Lunch was at Jack in the Box, in the hood, which I didn't think was particularly special, but the boys thought was great, so we met in the middle and decided on A tier. Then we did stuff for the rest of the day. Honestly, I can't remember, and we have no footage, but I did record this.
Let me look away real quick. Just look over here at the flamingos.
At night, we visited Fremont Street, which was the very first paved street in all of Las Vegas. The ceiling you see here is actually the largest screen in the world, spanning over 12,000 square meters. The street was full of interesting attractions, street performers, and strange places, like the Heart Attack Grill, where people over 350 pounds eat for free.
No. It's the thing by, what's his face? John Basso, right? He has... He's actually evil. It was like, no, I'm making this place, okay? It is definitely unhealthy for you. What you're eating here will kill you. And everybody was like, yeah, don't give a fuck.
We chose not to have dinner there because, I don't want to eat that. So instead, we chose White Castle down the street. Big fucking mistake. For those who don't know, White Castle prides itself on making little burgers called sliders. I have no problem with sliders. In fact, they can be really good. However, White Castles were not. To start, they gave us these so-called chicken nuggets. I say so-called because chicken nuggets should not have the same texture as calamari.
Yeah.
Tastes like shit.
Then, the sliders came out. If I were to describe these in one word, it would be grim. The meat sucked. The cheese sucked. The pickles were pickles. The bread was wet.
Oh, that's so wet. Ready?
Yeah, it looks soggy. It's not supposed to be.
I'll say White Castle.
I don't get how this place is successful. How do people like this? Other people put this place at B tier. How? The bread is so fucking wet. Yep, F tier. Fucking could be Z tier if that was on here. Literally the worst restaurant I have ever been to.
I want to punch White Castle.
Anyway, following our authentic White Castle experience, I went back to the hotel and bought a $31 pizza, and Ben recorded someone getting robbed.
Oh.
Anyway, time for bed. Day 10. At this point, I was sick of Vegas. Clearly, it is not made for people our age. Everything is ridiculously expensive. Every place we went to felt like they were trying their hardest to suck as much money from you as they could, and it just generally gave me a shitty, gross vibe. Yuck people everywhere, sleazy salesmen and strip club promoters, and people just coming up to you in the middle of the path offering you drugs.
Also, a $30 pizza. That is criminal.
Lucky for me, our stay was up, and it was time to head back to LA. We stopped on the way at IHOP. I got a huge plate of pancakes, and we did another shit rotation.
They're good for breakfast.
The portions were American-sized, but the pancakes were pretty good. B tier. And what do you know? We're back in Los Angeles. For this leg of the journey, we had chosen a hotel in downtown LA. This hotel was quite nice, and crucially, close to several nightclubs. So once again, we hyped ourselves up in the hotel room. Kai gave us a rousing speech.
As Australians in Los Angeles, the city of angels, it just makes sense to me that we go the fucking hardest, alright?
We listened to some powerful music.
They're going back to a Mexican
we hit another Mexican club.
Yeah, of course.
They only played Kumbaya. It was good. Pidgin. Who the fuck is Pidgin? Day 11. Another dusty wake up. We started the day off well with a phenomenally good breakfast at Denny's. I just want to say, Denny's fucks. Denny's was exactly what we needed after last night.
Looks
it gave us
appetizing.
the energy and power to take on the rest of the day. So Denny's goes in S tier. Later, we took a quick trip to Runyon Canyon and went for a short hike. It was nice.
So I was like, oh cool, like they just mistaken Gandalf for Sauron. GDA characters.
The rest of the day, we did our laundry, went to Goodwill, and once again, it was nightclub time. Yeah! Tonight was a club crawl. 3 separate venues and about 40 people with us going between them. We started at this cool bar, then went to this other cool bar, and ended the night in this really cool converted bank vault. Sydney and I even witnessed 2 dudes fight right in front of us. Back at the hotel, Tristan had gotten so fucked that he decided to just curl up and sleep in the bathroom. And I think you know what that means. Time for bed. Day 12. Our last full day in America. Once again, we woke up dusty and ate some more fast food. This time, Wendy's, which was decent, but really nothing special. So it ended up in B tier.
I mean, what it makes it higher than Mac and D's, then you know what you're getting.
We walked around a bit more, took more hard photos, saw Ped Jing again. Who is this Ped Jing fellow? And once again, got ourselves ready for another grouse night. Tonight's destination was Hollywood. Naturally, we took a bunch of photos with the stars, saw two jokers having a deep and meaningful, went inside a Scientology place since we just couldn't resist, and made our way into the best club of the entire trip, Dirty Laundry. It was good.
Music goes hard.
And of course, our last day, day 13. We took our final hard elevator photo and had breakfast at Popeye's. This particular location clearly valued their security.
Yeah, Popeye and the biscuits, they're dry as hell. But what about security?
They had a floor-to-ceiling glass panel with intercoms for communication and this one-way box thing. Very strange. High security Popeye's was okay.
I've heard a joke once about, it wasn't directly regarding Popeye, but about Hurl's Pizzas. Is it what they're called? No, Harold's Chicken, which, of course, specifies with chickens, but a friend of mine visited a Harold's Chicken saying that it was a joint made by a pimp called Harold, and in that one, they focused a lot on the security, with like bulletproof glass and everything, and that it was almost as if he was visiting a Popeyes. Now I understand what he actually meant by that.
B tier. We then dropped Ben off for his flight and wished him safe travels back to his homeland of Benin. Ben's flight was at 3 PM, but the rest of us flew out at midnight, so we had a bunch of time to kill. Lunch was at Five Guys, which people say is really good. It was good, but it wasn't amazing, so we decided on B tier. And that's the final list. To kill more time, we checked out this museum thing, went to a mall, found Obama Boulevard, had a look at a dispensary, and for our final attraction of America, we visited an American institution. Walmart. Kai found some beans, and Tristan had an expression of deep, indescribable sadness. I was sad too, Tristan, because this was the end of our 13 days of pure debauchery. Another 9-hour flight to Fiji, 13 hours in the airport, and then 5 more all the way back home.
That was awesome. And I'm getting bombarded with messages right now.
Wait, no. No, the U2's wasn't supposed to break out. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no no no. Oh no.
Not gonna lie, the one thing that impresses me the most about this video is that on the first night, he decided to go a full walk outside through Santa Monica. That requires an amazing set of balls, because the types that you encounter there are inhuman. But not just that, but like I would genuinely have like a little bit of fear creeping back my spine in that situation, because it doesn't feel safe. That said though, this was a hell of a fun video and I got a little bit of insight. I know it's not general of the US at all, but yeah, it was nice to understand that some of the things that you genuinely are memeing about actually are true. So that being said though guys, please do go and subscribe to Martincitopants and like that very video on his channel, and of course if you like this one, don't forget to give it a like, and I see you folks in the next one. Stay chill. Bye.